second-rate. Meghan's hope-dashed as important letter shuts off Lilibet from Harry's inheritance. Prince George and Archie are set to inherit royal peerages, but unless the law is changed, Lilibet will be kept away from. The law of male primogeniture, which still exists in Britain, means that hereditary peerages only pass down the male line of the family, leaving Lilibet unable to inherit her father's dukedom. Constitutional expert Ian McMahon told Express.co.uk, Archie will on the death of his father become Duke of Sussex. Presently he is at liberty by convention to be called Earl of Dumbarton, being his father's senior subsidiary titles. He added, at that moment, by law, Archie will become, whether he chooses to be or not, HRH Prince Archie of Sussex for life. At his death, the HRH dies too. He can pass on to any male heir the title Duke of Sussex, but not HRH or Prince. This comes from George V's letters patent of 1917 regulating the HRH. The George V Convention, as discussed by Meghan, takes the form of letters patent issued by the King in 1917. Letters patent, where the plural is also the singular, is a legal document, effectively an open letter, that expresses the royal will. In this context, letters patent confer the style, title or attribute of Royal Highness. Meanwhile, as heir to the throne, Prince George will automatically become the Duke of Cornwall when William becomes king. His sister Princess Charlotte, however, is unlikely to inherit a duchess title unless she is granted one by the presiding monarch upon her marriage. Unless British law is changed to allow women to inherit hereditary titles, then they will bypass both Lilibet and Princess Charlotte on the basis of their gender. In March 2021, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, gave one of the most extraordinary interviews ever held with a member of the royal family. It may have a profound and long-lasting effect on the monarchy, an institution that remains central to the UK's constitutional arrangements. Already, there are calls for reform. The issue of Archie's status is the key that opens the door to a range of issues that the monarchy faces as a political institution. The fallout from the interview creates the opportunity to reflect on how the titles of Prince and Princess should be distributed in the future while considering the changing role of the royal family and Prince Charles' preference to slim down the institution. Archie is currently not entitled to be called a prince, but once Charles becomes king, he does become so entitled because his father, Prince Harry, then becomes a son of the sovereign. However, Prince Charles could change the rule in the future, meaning that Archie does not become a prince once Charles becomes king. The intention would be that there would be fewer princes or princesses with the status and title. Meghan addressed the issue when Oprah asked, "How did they explain to you that your son, the great-grandson of the Queen, wasn't going to be a prince?" The TV host added, "You certainly must have had some conversations with Harry about it and had your own suspicions as to why they didn't want to make Archie a prince. Why do you think that is?" Meghan said the palace decreed that Archie, who turns 2 in May, would not have any title, a move she says was different from protocol. They didn't want him to be a prince, which would be different from protocol, and that he wasn't going to receive security, she told Oprah. What's more, she said, we have in tandem the conversation of, he won't be given security. He's not going to be given a title. And also concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born. Under current guidelines, great-grandchildren of the monarch are not princes or princesses, except for children of the eldest son of the Prince of Wales, which is why Prince William and Kate Middleton's children are Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. Eugenie and Jack Brooksbank did not receive any titles following their royal wedding in October 2018, meaning their newborn son August and any future children will not inherit any titles.